Welcome into the 2015 NCAA Southeast Regional Preview Show. I'm your host, Adam Haley. Over the next couple of minutes, we're going to take a look at the 8 teams that have made the 2015 NCAA Southeast Region Tournament and the first-round matchups on tap for Saturday, March 14th, inside the Tex Turner Arena in Harrogate, Tennessee. This season's NCAA Southeast Region will be the first to be hosted by Lincoln Memorial University and the first inside the 5,000-seat Tex Turner Arena. 8 teams will make the regional field, 2 from the South Atlantic Conference, 2 from the Conference Carolinas, and 4 from the Peach Belt Conference. We'll start our preview with the first game on Saturday between the 6th-seeded Columbus State Cougars from the Peach Belt Conference against the 3rd-seeded UNC Pembroke Braves, also from the Peach Belt Conference. This is the only first-round matchup of 2 teams from the same conference in the Southeast region. The Cougars will be coming into the tournament after losing in the Peach Belt Championship game last Sunday. Columbus State is currently 22-7 overall and will be making their 11th appearance in the tournament in school history. The Cougars are led by first-team All-Peach Belt Conference member Kenny Funderburk, who averages 19.2 points per game, which is second best in the Peach Belt this season. Helping Funderburk will be the second-team All-Peach Belt Conference member D'Angelo Kirkland, who averages 13.4 points per game and 11.7 rebounds per game. Kirkland was first in the conference in rebounding by a 2.1 margin over second place. The head coach for Columbus State is Robert Moore, who is in his 5th year at the helm of the Cougars. This will be Moore's second time in the Big Dance with the Cougars, and they'll be looking to get back to the regional final for the first time since 2000. The Braves will be coming into the tournament after losing in the Peach Belt semifinals on Saturday, a tournament in which the Braves hosted. The Braves are at 25-5 on the season and ranked 17th in the nation by the NABC Coaches Poll released earlier in the week. This will just be the 3rd ever appearance by the Braves in the NCAA tournament, and all of those appearances have come in the past 5 seasons. UNC Pembroke is led by first-team All-Peach Belt Conference Quemaine Rose, who averages 14.4 points per game while pulling down 6.5 rebounds. Third-team All-Peach Belt Brandon Winford is also a player to remember for the Braves. The 6'7" junior forward will be coming in averaging 12.7 points and 8.1 rebounds per contest. The head coach of the Braves is Ben Miller, who is in his 7th season at UNC Pembroke. Now, this will be the second time this season the Braves and the Cougars have met on the hardwood, with Pembroke taking the first game back on December 18th at home, 76-72. Game 2 on Saturday will take place at 2:30 p.m. It will match up the Peach Belt Conference champion and 2nd-seeded Montevallo against the South Atlantic Conference tournament champion and 7th-seeded Carson Newman. The Eagles had to win their way into the NCAA tournament last week in the SAC tournament, and they did so taking down Coker, Newberry, and Lincoln Memorial. Carson Newman is 18-13 on the season, and they are the only team in the Southeast Regional Tournament to not have 20 wins on the season. That doesn't mean this team is not ready for the spotlight. This will be the Eagles' 4th trip to the NCAA tournament and their 2nd in a row. They lost in the quarterfinal round last season. The Eagles are led by first-team All-South Atlantic Conference member Carson Brooks, who averages 15.5 points per game while pulling down 6.7 rebounds. Freshman Charles Clark from Murfreesboro, Tennessee, was named the SAC Tournament MVP for averaging 24.6 points per game in the tournament. Chuck Benson is the head coach of Carson Newman now in his 5th season in Jefferson City. He is still looking to duplicate the success he had at NAIA Martin Methodist College in the early 2000s, when he took them to the national tournament 3 times. The Montevallo Eagles may be one of the hottest teams coming into the Southeast Regional Tournament, as they were the only ones to win their regular season conference title and the tournament title. They have won their last 8 games and 15 out of their last 16. But their win over Columbus State last Sunday in the Peach Belt title game may have been their most impressive win of the season. The Falcons were down by 25 in the second half and found a way to come back to win in overtime. The Eagles will come into the tournament with an overall record of 24-8, and they're ranked 23rd in the nation by the NABC Coaches Poll. The Falcons are led by Peach Belt Conference Player of the Year Torrin Brown, who led the Peach Belt with 19.6 points per game. They also have Peach Belt Tournament MVP Larry Slaughter, who in the 3 tournament games averaged 13.6 points per game while pulling down 10.3 rebounds. Slaughter also led the Peach Belt in field goal percentage, shooting 61% for the season. Danny Young is the coach of Montevallo, and this will be his 10th tournament at Montevallo in his 12 seasons of coaching the Falcons. All of Montevallo's tournament appearances have come under Coach Young's watch. Now, this will be the first matchup between the Falcons and the Eagles since November 26, 2004, when they met in the 100-game Classic in Kennesaw, Georgia. Montevallo won that game 93-53. Session 2 on Saturday will begin with the top seed in the Southeast region, Lincoln Memorial University, going against another team that had to win their way in, the 8th-seeded and Conference Carolina Tournament champions in the North Greenville Crusaders. North Greenville had to go through two regionally ranked teams last week in the Conference Carolinas Tournament, King and Mount Olive, just to be in the field of 64. Now, while you may think of the Crusaders as the Cinderella of the Southeast region, the facts say this team will be ready for the challenge. They come in as one of the most balanced teams in the nation, as they are ranked in the top 10 in field goal percentage and in the top 20 in the nation in field goal defense. North Greenville is 22-9 on the season and is currently on a 6-game winning streak. This is the Crusaders' first NCAA tournament appearance in school history as a non-independent. They are led by freshman guard Spencer Reeves, who was selected as the Conference Carolinas Freshman of the Year. Reeves averages 17.1 points per game from North Greenville, which leads the team and is fourth best in the Conference Carolinas. He's also third in the conference in three-point shooting percentage at 43.4%. Also keep an eye out for LaShawn Alexander, who is fourth in the conference in field goal percentage. He averages 13.6 points per game throughout the conference tournament and only missed 7 field goals in their 3 tournament games. North Greenville is led by Coach Chad Lister, who is in his 13th season. The top-seeded Rail Splitters from Lincoln Memorial University are one of the top teams in the nation, and they have been nationally ranked all season, even reaching number 1 at one point in the season. LMU won the South Atlantic Conference regular season title by 8 games, but lost in the conference tournament game last Sunday. They are 29-2 on the season, and their 29 wins are the most in SAC history and are currently 4th most by any in Division II. LMU is currently first in the NCAA in field goal percentage defense, with their opponents only shooting 37.4% per game, and they rank 4th in the nation in rebound margin, out-rebounding their opponents by 10 boards per game. This will be the 5th appearance in the NCAA tournament for LMU, and all those trips have happened consecutively. They have never gone past the regional semifinals in school history. The Rail Splitters are led by SAC Player of the Year Lorenzo Ross, who averages almost 12 points per game, and All-SAC First Team Luquan Choice, who leads the team with 15.5 points per game. The Rail Splitters coach is Josh Schertz, and he's been at the helm for 5 straight 25-win seasons, which only LMU and West Liberty have currently accomplished. Now, LMU and North Greenville have met 7 times in history, with the Rail Splitters leading the series 5-2. The last meeting was on January 30th, 2008, which was a 90-76 LMU win. The final game of the day on Saturday will pit the 4th-seeded Mount Olive Trojans against the 5th-seeded GRU Augusta Jaguars. The Jaguars will be coming in as the only team that did not play over last weekend. They were upset by Young Harris last Wednesday, 83-76. Before that upset loss, the Jaguars have won 11 straight, and since the turn of the calendar, they are 14-4. They're 23-6 on the season, which is their best season since the 2010-11, in which they lost in the NCAA Regional Championship. This will be the 11th NCAA trip for GRU and their 2nd consecutive. The Jaguars will lean on Peach Belt Conference first-teamer Keyshawn Sherrill, who will be coming in averaging 18.4 points per game, which is 5th best in the Peach Belt. Sherrill was also first in three-point percentage, hitting 46.4% of the three-pointers put up. Helping Sherrill will be senior Devin Wright Nelson, who was named Peach Belt Conference 2nd team. Wright Nelson averages 12.9 points per game and 6.1 rebounds per game. His 53.5% shooting from the field is 8th best in the Peach Belt. Dip Mitris is the head coach of the Jaguars in his 11th season in Augusta. This will be his 7th season taking GRU Augusta to the NCAA tournament, and he'll be looking for his 4th Elite 8 run with the Jaguars. Mount Olive will be coming into the Southeast Regional Tournament off their first loss since January 3rd. Their loss in the Conference Carolinas Championship game broke a school record 17-game winning streak. The Trojans won the Conference Carolinas regular season championship. They're ranked 9th in the country by the NABC Coaches Poll and currently have a record of 28-3. Of their 3 losses, 2 of them come from teams in the field of 64, and the other one came from King University, who was regionally ranked last week but got bumped from the field. This will be Mount Olive's 7th appearance in the tournament and their first since the 2010 tournament. The Trojans will be led by Conference Carolina's Player of the Year, Dontrell Bright, who averages 14.3 points per game, and Conference Carolina's Defensive Player of the Year, Kendall Hargrove, who adds 10.5 points per game while grabbing a team-high 8.4 rebounds in a contest, which is tied for the best in their conference. Trojans coach Joey Higginbotham also won the Conference Carolina's Coach of the Year for the second straight season and for the fourth time in his 7 years at Mount Olive. He'll be trying to coach the Trojans to their first NCAA tournament win since 2006. Now, this will be the second meeting of the season for the Jaguars and the Trojans. The first one took place back on November 30th in Mount Olive, and it was the Trojans defeating the Jaguars 82-75. Now that you know about the teams, we want to let you know that if you are coming to Harrogate for the tournament, everything you need to know about the area should be located on the NCAA Southeast Regional homepage located at LMURailsplitters.com. In addition, the LMU Sports Network will bring you every play from the opening tip on Saturday to the time one lucky team cuts down the net and punches their ticket for the Elite Eight in Evansville, Indiana. Now get your dance shoes out because the big dance is here. I'm Adam Haley, and this has been your 2015 NCAA Southeast Regional Tournament Preview, and we'll see you Saturday afternoon live inside the Tex Turner Arena.